Time for a nap. Oh, wow. Where did my sunglasses go? Bring it!
Clouds high. The birds call. Time to say hello.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
Into the wind.
Take this! Burn! I got your hand! Fall before me!
Not too far now. It's.
And over! Ha! Ha! You win! This
I suppose this will do.
Bring it!
It's getting dark.
Bring it!
Here we are.
the training grounds for Watatsumi Island's troops. Right now, the resistance is predominantly made up of local soldiers from Watatsumi Island. Some of them are fighting with the Shogun's army in Tatarasuna, and some of them are stationed here on the island to keep the locals safe.
Did you used to train here too?
Yep. Unfortunately, I had to join the fight in Tatarasuna before I'd had the chance to impress the instructors, so they had me start off by helping in the logistics division. I'll be staying here for now. If you need me for anything, just come here. If I'm not around, just write a note and stick it on the wall. As soon as I see it, I'll come find you. Shoot! It's nearly time for the appointment with Her Excellency. I'll have to show you around Watatsumi Island's...
So, Sangonomiya is the name of the place where Sangonomiya...
Food supplies are the absolute top priority, period. We cannot afford any losses. With the conflict between us and the Shogun's army getting more intense by the day, we must prioritize the stability of the rear guard.
Understood. I will think of a way.
Take heart. We have a fresh batch of supplies in hand, and I'm working on expanding the army. I appreciate that the lack of manpower has been hard on all of you, but things are going to get better.
We're expanding the army? Oh, that's great. Whoever this mystery supporter is, they're doing us a great service. Huh? Teppei, what are you doing back on Watatsumi Island? Might I ask who?
VIP guests of Her Excellency, that's who. I'm acting under orders to escort them both here.
Oh, really? Wait, so are you the new recruit everyone's been talking about? Strength of 20 men, splits an arrow in twain from 100 paces, skin as hard as diamond. That's you?
Seriously? What is going on with these rumors?
You've come a long way. I'm sure you must be here on pressing business, so I won't disturb you any further. Feel free to visit me if you have any time to spare. Your Excellency, I'll take my leave.
Your Excellency, I couldn't help but overhear Okubo mention something about a third-party supporter? What was that about?
Not long ago, someone wrote to me saying that they wish to support the Watatsumi Island resistance effort. To that end, they also furnished us with a great deal of supplies. Thanks to them, we can finally start recruiting troops on the scale we need. I am not without my doubts about the whole affair. But Watatsumi Island is hardly affluent, and these supplies are a much-needed lifeline for us. The sender's conditions were also reasonable. They simply ask us to dedicate ourselves fully to fighting against the Shogun's army. Whatever other motives they may have, we are at least aligned on this. So let's consider them an anonymous ally. Naturally, we shouldn't let our guard down. If you discover anything out of the ordinary, please report it to me at once.
Your Excellency, does this mean that the food at the front line is gonna get any better? I was at the field hospital the other day, and everyone was begging for some barbecued meat.
Don't worry. I've already made arrangements for that. Everyone will have their fill of meat. But to be clear, still no alcohol.
That's fantastic!
I understand how hard it's been on everyone. The Resistance Army's rations have barely changed at all since the Vision Hunt decree was first announced. I will discuss this with the Logistics Division to see what further improvements can be made. However, our supplies are still limited. I must ask you to remain patient until victory is ours.
When will the Vision Hunt decree finally end?
That's the question. And I'm afraid I don't have an answer. The mere existence of the Vision Hunt decree is baffling. The Tenryou Commission's attitude just doesn't seem to add up, and neither does the Shogun's. The Tenryou Commission's zealous support for the decree seemed to come out of nowhere, and the Shogun seems completely indifferent to the fact that it has effectively caused a civil war. I suspect the Vision Hunt decree won't end until these mysteries are solved. All I can say for certain is that as long as the Vision Hunt decree remains in force, we will never give up our fight. Traveler, to confirm, knowing the current situation facing Watatsumi Island and the Resistance, are you still willing to fight with us? Good. Then here is your assignment. I hereby appoint you as captain of the Watatsumi Island Special Operations Unit, Swordfish 2.
Whoa, what? Swordfish 2? Is this the same Swordfish Special Ops unit that I'm thinking of? It's hard enough getting into a Special Ops unit at the bottom rung, let alone jumping to captain in one fell swoop. This is incredible.
Although this appointment breaks with convention, I firmly believe that with your wisdom, courage, and strength, you can lead your team to victory.
Great! So when do we take up our post?
The members of Swordfish 2 are currently on standby in a valley to the southwest. Ronin have been causing trouble down there lately, and we need a special operations unit to eliminate them and stabilize the rear guard. I have already written your appointment letter, which you'll need to show them on arrival. Once that's out of the way, please lead them in ridding the area of Ronin. The Special Ops unit comprises Watatsumi Island's elite soldiers. They can be a little rough around the edges, but I have every confidence that you will win their trust.
What about me, Your Excellency? Any battles you need me to get involved in? I want to make a contribution to the Resistance too.
Of course. I'll arrange...
All right! One successful operation coming right up! You may have swiped the captaincy of Swordfish 2.
Okay, sure. Well, Traveler?
Ah, you must be the new captain of Swordfish 2. Your reputation precedes you. And the appointment letter is all in order. But I'll be straight with you. I want to know whether you have what it takes to lead a...
You mean...
Normally, a duel would be the quickest way to settle the question. We're stationed here because of all the Ronin causing trouble in these parts. If you can get rid of them for us...
All right, let's...
It's my lucky day!
One with nature. The wind knows me.
Be free! Finally,
Into the wind.
Finally,
Okay, seems like you can hold your own. The rumors are exaggerations, of course, but still, your abilities are admirable. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Kotoku. I now formally cede the position of captain to you. Swordfish 2 awaits your order.
There are 2 hard-hit areas. This was one of them, but thanks to you, this area is now secure. There are only remaining strong... That said, the ones over there are tougher.
You got that right. Watatsumi Island is busy fighting the Shogun's...
Follow the wind. Time to go.
That's not even all of them. They have whichever camp we attack, it's the Ronin. But Captain, that would put you in great. If we spread our troops too thin.
Yep, the Traveler eats amateurs like.
All right then, we'll deal with that.
Hear the echoes of the valley!
One with nature. The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
Verdict is... Finally,
Into the wind.
This will end you!
Go! You're free now! Time for retribution!
Taste my blade!
One with nature. Fallen leaves adorn my night.
Letting brave names echo!
Fall before me! This isn't over! Fall before me! Cut down!
Let the mountain's veins boil!
As one with wind and cloud.
Burn! I'm ready!
Hear the echoes of the valley!
Fall before me!
That should be the last of them. You didn't get hurt, did you? Cool.
Captain!
Captain, the other two camps have been cleared.
Great. We solved the road. But what's next?
Finally, we got it done. These Ronin have been bugging me for ages, but Kotoku wouldn't let us at him until now.
What? No way could you have taken them down without the new captain here.
Oh, come on. You were just being a coward.
Hey, cut the attitude. These guys, honestly. Forget them. Let's go.
Did your initiation go smoothly? I'm sure you're playing it down a little, but with your level of ability, I'm sure since you're back, I take it that the Ronin are now gone from Watatsumi Island?
You bet! We sure showed them who's boss!
Good. Now we just need to make sure Okubo keeps a close watch to prevent their resurgence. Thank you. I believe in rewarding merit, so I gave him an assignment. He's taking part in he expressed a desire to be on the front line. Now, speaking of assignments, I have a special mission I'd like to give you.
A special mission?
Yes. In between Watatsumi Island and Tarasuna, there are some ruins relating to a god who fell in the Archon War. There are several small islands there. Recently, however, supplies store stranger still. The Resistance army passed by and reported they found no signs of danger. It's not urgent, so there is no need to leave immediately. I suggest you take when Teppei returns. You can catch up.
Is Teppei really? He has a tendency to dive into action without thinking things through.
Long time no see! So, how's Swordfish 2 treating you? Getting along? Well, you're in luck, because this season, raising their pay will boost morale, while giving them a few
Wow! Where?
I read it in a novel from the Eye Publishing House.
You're seriously gonna use a novel to tell people how to run an army?
Ha! That's where you underestimate me. That's right, I'm learning military management on the job now. Just like you. You'd better believe it. Thanks to my outstanding achievements in the recent naval battle, it's a brand new unit, Herring 1. What do you think? Pretty awesome, right? I spoke to Her Excellency, and she says our uniforms are in production. Let's go collect them together once they're ready. Everything.
Will Paimon get a uniform?
Of course. You're a recognized member.
Yippee!
Captain, a new assignment has come in.
Thank you, soldier. I'll be there on the double. All right, I better go. See you again soon. You'd better watch out, partner. At the rate I'm going, I'll overtake you if you're not careful. I wouldn't be so confident if I were you. I'm at the top of my game right now. This is my time to shine.
Paimon's so surprised that Teppei's been made a put. Let's take a break, then go check out these Archon War.
Perfect weather for a nap in the workshop.
The wind knows me.
Be the place. But Sankanomiya was right. Doesn't look like anything suspicious is going on. Could they be hiding? Let's see what we can find. These electro monuments look a little suspicious. A huge launch!
to the wind.
Time for retribution! Verdict is...
Glad that's over. As monsters go, that one was pretty tough. But what's such a huge Thunderhelm Law Trail doing here? It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, the good thing is that it's over now. We should probably get going. Uh-huh.
Wow. I just got back from delivering some supplies to the front line. I figured I'd stop by and...
Are you alright there, buddy?
I'm fine. It's nothing. On my way past, I heard that someone had just arrived on the island to investigate, so if there'd been some real danger, I might have had the chance to be the hero. Shame it was just you guys. Guess I came here for nothing.
Pepe, don't you think there's some...
Now that you mention it, there is something a little off about it. It could be that the Tatarigami is more palpable here, I guess.
Or a bush?
A god. Look, there's the corpse over there.
Ah! It's a gigantic snake skeleton!
Orobashi was the one who brought our ancestors from Enkanomiya to the surface. That's the origin of the Watatsumi Island you know today. Our ancestors regarded it as a guardian deity. But during the Archon War, Orobashi invaded Yashiori Island. The Raiden Shogun came out in person and slew Orobashi with the Muso no Hitotachi.
The Raiden Shogun created Musojin Gorge in war.
Yes, but the Archon War was brutal. And Yashiori Island was completely destroyed during that battle. Since Orobashi's death, there has always been some animosity between Watatsumi Island and the Shogunate. When Orobashi attacked civilization, the Shogun stood up and put a stop to it. But now that the Shogun is stripping people of their ambitions with the Vision Hunt Decree, alright, I'm heading back. I was just dealing with some of the Shogun's elite samurai, so I think I'm gonna take a quick breather, and it's on to my next assignment. You should report back to Sangonomiya as soon as possible. Don't stay here longer than you need to. Being around the Tatarigami too long won't do your health any good. Hey, don't worry about me.
Pepe sure made some big progress if he's already dealing with Shogun. Let's report back to Kokomi.
Listen, as long as you stick to your own path, it doesn't matter what Mother Nature throws at you.
Kokomi, we're back! Oh, look, Goro's here too!
Approximately how many people are exhibiting these symptoms?
I haven't had the chance to do a full count yet.
Kokomi, Goro, what's going on?
Recently, some of our soldiers started showing symptoms of accelerated aging. I called them in for questioning and found out they'd privately acquired some secret weapons from our sponsor. Most of them are highly ambitious types, vehemently opposed to the Vision Hunt Decree. They've been using these new weapons secretly since getting a hold of them.
So that's why the war has been going unusually well. But Risk Goro, have you managed to...
Oh, most of the officers refuse to hand them over. Still...
Do you know something about this?
So that means our secret sponsor is the Fatui?
But why would the Fatui do this? Forget that. There's no time. Right now, we need to inform the whole all soldiers who have shown symptoms are to be taken for treatment.
Wait a second. Speaking of soldiers with symptoms... No! Surely he can't have... let's go check on him.
The wind knows me.
Pepe!
Oh. Hey, guys. Just a moment. Let me get up. Oh, right. Yeah. I haven't fighting. If only I were stronger still. They gave it to me, and it's just like a vision. It's illusion. Oh, God. So, what's the difference between a delusion? Gosh. Well, I suppose it's not too surprising. I've been getting more and more tired over the past few days, and I have this strange sense of dread. At first, I'd find I was a little more beat than usual after a battle. Didn't think anything of it. But today, I got back and suddenly my vision was going blurry. This is a real shame. There I was, thinking I was catching up with you. Guess I didn't receive the favor of the gods after all. Hey, when our uniforms are ready. What's that look for? Don't worry,
Pepe! Hey, where are you going? Hey!
How's Tepe's condition? I have put out the order to seize all delusions. The vast majority are showing some loss of vitality, but sadly, a few have been...
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dedicated field. The soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though. They know full well what a delusion...
Okay. I'll leave you to deal with this whole fiasco is certain to be a blow to morale. What are your thoughts? No, it's too dangerous. The Sakoku decree is still in force. So their delusions must be produced within Ina to organize an operation if we want to stop them. It's dangerous to go alone.
Your Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, if we spend any longer...
Very true. I gave this some thought while you were confiscating the delusions. The side of the factory must be big and secluded, but close enough to a transport route to ensure not many places meet these criteria. And if we take the locations where our soldiers receive their delusions into account as well, I suspect the site is likely to be the cliffs, near the ocean at the southwest of Yashiori Island. I'm not going to stop you, but please, be careful. We have lost too many courageous fighters already. I don't want to lose you.
Huh? You mean to the delusion factory? Really? You aren't gonna think it over first? Fine.
Taking a stroll in the middle of a downpour certainly rouses...
epic.
Come at me! Don't be Killjoy! We've only just begun! Shouldn't get careless.
Into the wind. Fallen leaves. Adorn my
When Crave names echo!
Retribution!
It looks like I went too far. I must counterattack! Death.
So, is this what delusions are made from? So much crystal metal. Wait a second. Are they getting this from Rito? So the Conjure Commission are...
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun. I miscalculated.
The mountain's veins boil!
You need to hurry up!
Retribution!
Now you've got me worked up.
Roast and fry! Hurry up!
one with nature.
Yikes! It looks dangerous. We'd better watch our step or we might get hit.
The wind knows me. Wind Strider.
Intruder spotted! Do not let them impede the work of the Harbingers! You'll never get out of here alive! No slacking off!
Into the wind.
Right? You're breaking a sweat!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
My duty! Let's end this quickly!
Hear the echoes of the valley! Yeah, let's light it up! Teamwork is dreamwork!
One with nature.
This idiot must have a death wish!
Don't be intimidated! Lord Harbinger will be here soon!
One with wind and cloud.
Shouldn't get careless.
Time to go.
Let the mountain's veins boil!
This was well done.
I'm going in! Out of my sight!
Into the wind! Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Verdict is...
You need to hurry up. Roast and fry.
The wind knows
Well,
Time for retribution!
Out of my sight! Let engraved names echo! Power through me! Belongs to ice.
You actually managed to find this place. Congratulations.
So, you're another Fatui Harbinger? Like Senora and Child?
Senora and Child. I didn't know you and my two least reliable colleagues were acquainted. I'm the Balladeer. Number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. Delighted to meet you, oh mighty traveler. So many visitors today. Oh, so that's what this is about. I think you've got the wrong idea. I know I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be pretty tough? What are you waiting for? Go get them. You're getting all worked up over nothing. Didn't have you down as being so weak.
How can you say this is nothing?
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. Human life is worthless. They were always going to die, with or without a delusion. At least having one gives them a chance to fulfill their ambitions. Do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? It took a lot of work to make it happen. Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating for just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world.
So, the Fatui started the Vision Hunt decree? You've been behind it all along?
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But eternity stretches things out over a long time. Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's not just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for a moment. Then the more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent they are, the more determined they are to fight it. It's such a...
Hey, calm down. No!
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills his factory, and it feeds on your anger.
What's happening? Get up!
Repeat after me. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's positive. Your brain seems relatively unscathed. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued to the ground back there.
Nico? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something.
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other Shrine Maidens leave. People show you whatever side of themselves they want you to see. I know this for a fact. Every side of me is the real me. People just like to define things in all sorts of arbitrary ways. This is a human society. At the moment, anyway. And I'm just doing as I please.
Paimon didn't quite follow.
Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our backs.
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine? Well, maybe you should be worrying less about that, and more about how exactly you're going to thank. Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less intact than I thought. I didn't mean you had to be so formal about it. I need your actions. The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they? You needn't worry. The leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to with their stronghold exposed. I doubt the balladeer is stubborn enough. I must say, well, anyway, that Sungonomiya Kokomi, she really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another chat with her again in person, but alas...
A hindrance? Should you...
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus. You've met her, right? I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes? Yes, the true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being. Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real... And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Because this is the Raiden Shogun's eternity. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for herself. Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that of a... And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditative state, free from all disturbances.
So, that plane...
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside. She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a singular focus on the pursuit of eternity. This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity. You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him.
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem Zhang Li was facing, though.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child. The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her, and ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The truth is, we are on the same side. You want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt decree. So do I. The key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's...
So this is your... Not by talking her out of it.
You're a fast learner. Don't you realize how special you are? That you have piqued her interest. Perhaps...
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. Your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key to all of this. To that I say...
Wait, you're leaving? Where are you going?
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.